GCSE Maths. Welcome. Are you excited for a fun learning session? Make sure you have your book and a pen before we start. Today you are going to learn about ratios. Ratios. Ratios are a way of showing proportion. They are used to compare quantities, such as how much sugar to flour in a recipes. A ratio is written in the form A to B, such as 200 to 150 to show how many grams of flour to sugar are needed. Ratios can be simplified by dividing all the numbers by a common factor. A ratio in its simplest form is one where all parts are written in the simplest whole numbers possible. All the numbers must be divided by the same number. 2 to 4 to 8 each of these numbers is in the 2 times table, so 2 in the common factor. Dividing all the numbers by 2 gives 1 to 2 to 4. Now the common factor is 1, all the numbers can be divided by 1. However, this will not affect the answer, so the simplest form is 1 to 2 to 4. Ratios often deal with measurements, so take care that all the measurements are in the same unit before you begin to convert. To convert from millimeters to centimeters, divide by 10. To convert from centimeters to meters, divide by 100. To convert from meters to kilometers, divide by 1000. Ratio word problems often focus on finding how much of y is needed for every x. For example, how much x to y is there. To solve these questions, the ratio does not have to be simplified using a common factor. Instead, divide both sides by x. This gives a ratio of 1 to y divided by x, which can be simplified to 1 to n can be a decimal or a whole number. For example, a batter is made by adding 1 kilo of flour to 200 grams of sugar. How much sugar is needed for every gram of flour? 1 kilo is equal to 1000 grams. Step 1. Write the ratio 1000 to 200. Step 2 is 1000 to 200. Divide both sides by 1000, giving 1 to 0.2. Therefore, for every 1 gram of flour, 0.2 grams of sugar is needed. A fraction can be made out of the ratios. This is done by adding up all the ratios to find how many parts the whole is made up from. 2 to 5 equals 2 plus 5 equals 7. Then the ratios can be placed over the total to form fractions, making 2/7 and 5/7.